Welcome back to part 2 of how to build Facebook ads that convert in 2023 advanced guide. Again, this is an advanced guide. It's not a beginner's guidebook to Facebook ads. It's more of an advance of how to build the ads. This is not how to run the ads. This is how to build the ads. And really the key marketing fundamentals you need to understand is how to implement to improve your ad performance. Now, again, I've done over $50 million with these strategies. These are the exact strategies taught in the book, Breakthrough Advertising. So if you haven't picked up a copy, watching part 1, part 2, and even part 3 will actively allow you to go through pretty much everything you need to know from the book from a tactical side. Still worthwhile picking up the book to read it, but it's going to give you a really good overview of everything you need to understand. So before we get started, make sure you hit the like button and hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you're new to the channel, I'll put a link below to where you can try to find part 1 and part 3 as well to be able to navigate from those videos. I also run a Facebook ads agency, and I also coach students. So I have 2 links below that shows whether you want Nick Theriot to run your ads or whether you want Nick Theriot to mentor you. Okay, that being said, let's dive into the video. So in part 1, we left off at writing the headline. Okay, now, the headline is very important right here because the headline is what grabs people's attention. Okay, now a key thing about the headline is that this also could be your hook. Okay, so I like to run a lot of video ads for Facebook. I've seen a lot of success with it. I also like to run a lot of photo ads, but a lot of people understand that the first 3 seconds, the text on your screen for a video is the hook. It's also your headline, and everything that I apply in the next couple stages, I primarily focus on the headline for the photo or video, because certain photos we run, we put a headline on the photo. Certain videos, we put a headline in the first 3 seconds. That's basically our hook. Okay, so in this case right here, I'm not talking about the Facebook headline that the little place where it says put your headline on Facebook ads, unless the photo or video doesn't have a headline on it. Also too, the first kind of couple words in your Facebook copy can also appeal to that headline as well. So just want to make sure you clarify that I'm talking more about the photo or video headline, and I use the Facebook headline as a sub headline for more information or something like that in that case right there. Okay, now the headline is very, very important right here because the headline is what grabs your consumers' attention. Okay, your hook, headline, same exact thing. It grabs the attention of your consumer. Okay, now the key thing here is that you don't want to just grab attention. You want to grab attention that's going to convert. So I could put a headline or hook that grabs a lot of attention, but it doesn't convert because it's grabbing the attention of the wrong people. I'd rather a lower attention grabbing headline, but a higher converting ad because I'm grabbing the attention of the right people. Okay, and we're going to go over a few different ways of how we grab the attention of the right people in our market. Okay, so let's just go over how do we write a headline. So the first thing you have to do is pick the desire you want to appeal to. So in video 1, we talked about how there's multiple different desires across your market and you channel desires onto your product. Okay, you do not create desire. Now, second thing you do is pick the market awareness stage you want to appeal to. We've also talked about the fact that there's different levels of market awareness across the market, and it's your objective to pick the one that you want to appeal to. You can't appeal to multiple in the first 3 seconds. You pick with one and then you flow through the others in one ad. Okay, then you want to pick the headline pattern. All right, this is something new here, and in the book of Breakthrough Advertising, they talk about 38 different ways to write a headline, 38 different headline patterns. I'm gonna give those to you. I will be fully transparent with you. I'm gonna give you the patterns, but I'm not gonna give you any examples just because I'm trying to give you guys as much information as possible, but also I don't want to overstep my boundaries with literally giving you the book for free. So if you definitely want more examples of how to write those headline patterns, you go to breakthroughadvertisingbook.com. And inside of there, you can pick those patterns. I also give a lot of that to my inner circle students as well. Okay, next one is you want to actively pick a headline pattern, and then you're going to write 5 headlines for your product or service that follows that pattern. Okay, so I don't want you just to pick a headline pattern or 5 headline patterns and write 1 headline for each. I want you to write 5 headlines per pattern, so that way it can really help you be as creative as possible through quantity and find your quality through quantity. And then obviously you're going to pick the headline that you favor the most. So I created a Google Sheet that does all this. Now, granted, I only give it to my inner circle students. So that's something if you want to learn more of like how to actually implement all this yourself, click the link below that says have Nick mentor you, and I give this to my students. But I have this doc set up for every one of my clients. Okay. Now here's kind of how it works. Type in what is your product. So this is an insurance product that we're running for. What are the desire you're appealing to? Again, you can have multiple different desires across your product, but I want to appeal to a specific desire per headline. Okay. Now, what market awareness are you appealing to? Problem aware. They know they have a problem, but they don't see the connection between that problem and your product. Okay. Now, I do talk about market sophistication, but honestly, this is where it gets really confusing. So I do not want to address that in this video, but we also tackle market sophistication. Again, I don't want to talk about that in this video because it gets really confusing when you're trying to apply market sophistication and headlines. But if you just understand how to do market awareness and your headlines, it's going to tremendously put you above 90% of other marketers in the market. So again, my Google Sheet, I just have all the headline patterns in a drop down menu to where you just select the one you want to do, and then boom, write your 5 headlines. Now, just be fully transparent. You know, it's not like it autofills this for you. You have to actually go out and do the work to write the 5 headlines. Now, the key here is that we want to appeal to problem aware and the desire to fix my eyes. So here's a few headline patterns we did for this specific headlines we did for the specific pattern. The pattern, connect the need and the claim in the headline. Okay. So headline 1, transform your vision with free eye care. Headline 2, see the world in a whole new light with free eye care. Connect or unlock crystal clear vision with a new innovative program. Experience the freedom of perfect vision. Get the vision you deserve this year. Okay. Now, these are the 5 different headlines we wrote. Our goal here now is to figure out which one we like the best that fits our desire, that fits our market awareness, and also too just seems like it's going to grab attention well. So that's how we basically choose our headline. Now, again, I'm going to give you guys some examples with the headline patterns. These are a few other headline patterns right here. Measure the size of the claim, lose 40 pounds. Measure the speed of the claim, lose 40 pounds in 4 weeks or less. Metaphorize the claim, melt away ugly fat. Remove limitations from the claim. First, no diet, wonder drug to lose weight. Now, here is the 38 different headline patterns from Breakthrough Advertising. I'll give those all to you now. Again, if you want the examples, go buy the book, breakthroughadvertisingbook.com. That's where you can get like all the examples like inside the book, okay, of how to actually use these. Now that you wrote your headline, you're going to appeal to the right desire, the right market awareness. Now it's what do you do with the rest of the ad? Because there's still so much other stuff. Like all this time and attention we spent was just on the first 2-3 seconds of our ad if it's a video, or just the first headline for that photo. Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to look at, first off, I want to take a step back and look at a higher level view. Okay. What all does our ad have to do? That's what we need to look at. Okay. So we need to appeal to desire. We need to appeal to identification, and we need to appeal to belief. Okay. These are the 3 key things that are be woven together inside of our ad. Okay. What is desire? Again, these are the wants, the needs, the things people want in the market. Okay. Identification is that it's the person they're buying to become. Okay. So, you know, how are we properly articulating that identity someone will become once they buy our product? Okay. So if I'm like, for example, my inner circle, I'm selling you inner circle. That's, you know, giving the benefits of like better running Facebook ads and things like that. But you're also buying the identity of a higher level marketer. You're buying the identity of someone who's going to make more money. You're buying the identity of a more successful person that you'll become in that case right there. Okay. Also too, from like a clothing perspective, if let's say you run a clothing brand, if you don't project the proper identity that people want to see with their clothing and you're showcasing the wrong identity, what's going to happen is people are going to be turned away from it. Okay. I think an easy way to also explain identity is that look at like gym wear. People who go like, you know, workout, fitness and stuff like that. If I want to sell to people who lift weights and stuff like that, I'm not going to showcase someone who's doing yoga. Okay. I'm going to showcase someone in the gym lifting weights because that's who my gym wear brand identifies with. Okay. Whereas if I wanted to appeal to yoga, I wouldn't put a bodybuilder in there. I'd put someone, you know, a small yoga type girl in the ad. Okay. So that's where identification comes through. Next one is belief. Okay. Our ad needs to create belief that our product will solve their desire. Our product or service will solve their desire. Create belief that they can have that identity, and create the belief that our product will work for them. Okay. We also need to look at any beliefs that might be against us in the market. Okay. Some people have different beliefs that go against our market or go against our product. And we have to address those beliefs, because if we don't address those beliefs, what will ultimately happen is that it's like trying to swim up a river. Okay. It's not going to work. And the reason why is because these beliefs immediately make them tune out your ad. So we have to approach the belief first before we can introduce our product or anything like that. Okay. So we have to appeal to these 3 key elements in the rest of our ad. Okay. The desire, the identity, and the belief. Okay. Now the headline is what gets people to watch the rest of the ad. Now the rest of the ad is what we're going to build now. Okay. So let's just look at desire again. We've already talked about it in the first video, but long story short, it's the wants, needs, cravings, thirsts, hungers, lusts, desire to possess money, desire to have a big car, beautiful dress, etc. across your market. Okay. And then we channel that desire onto our product to make the product work. Okay. Advertising gives a visual representation of the desire your consumer has. Okay. So we want to showcase that desire being fulfilled in our ad. Okay. If they desire to have a Lamborghini, we want to showcase the lifestyle of having that Lamborghini and showcasing all those desires they have being fulfilled by that Lamborghini. Okay. Next one is your goal is to drop sharp pictures of their desire being achieved as your product. The greater number you can present will create more demand, less objections to the price, and skepticism. So find as many different ways to show that desire being fulfilled in your ad. And we talk about 8 ways to strengthen desire. These are 8 different ways of which you can actually showcase desire, inside of your ad. Okay. So one, just present the benefits. Okay. So let's say, for example, I got these, headphones right here. All right. A benefit of these headphones is that they're noise canceling. Okay. So noise canceling, that's more of a feature, but all right. What's the feature? What is the feature or the benefit of the feature? Well, the benefit of noise canceling is that I can listen to my music and not be interrupted. Okay. So how can I showcase that visually and textual? Okay, so from a text base, let's say, for example, I'm writing in the 1960s again, I'm writing a newspaper ad, I can basically describe how you'll be on a plane, loud noises, kids crying behind you. You put these on, you'll hear your music, and nothing go wrong. Or I can visually demonstrate that. This is why I tell people that copywriting is creative strategy. All creative strategy is taking copy and turn it into visuals. That's it. Okay. But you need to be a good copywriter first before you can do creative strategy, because copywriting is what fuels creative strategy. Okay. So if I want to present the benefits, well, that particular benefit right there of just putting them on cancels out the noise in the environment, which allows you to just sit there and enjoy your music peacefully, undisturbed. I can show a person on the plane with a screaming, crying baby behind them, just relaxed, comfortable, and at ease. Okay, I'm presenting the benefits in that key way right there. All right, demo the product. Demo the product is just demonstration. I'm demonstrating the product in use. Okay. Let's say going back to that, that's almost a way to demo the product as well. Another way to demo the product is I could take, some other headphones compared to these are the Bose Quiet Comfort 35s, I believe. I could take just some random other pair of headphones. I can have like a before and after style image. Let's up more in a video standpoint, where the before, it's like a guy screaming in his ear and you just can't understand shit from that's coming through this. Then I can have another video on the side with someone with these on, smiling, happy, with like people screaming in his ear. Just demonstrating how easy it is to put these on. Yeah, very simple. Okay. Another way to demo the product is actually just literally just from like a UGC perspective of, hey, you take these out of the box, you turn these on, you're demonstrating of how they're being used in that case. Okay. Now show the prospect how to test your claims. Okay. This is showing the prospect how they can test the fact of these are like noise canceling. Let's say, for example, you work as a lawn care worker. Okay. I've never seen anyone wear these with lawn care, but let's just say, for example, hey, as soon as you get these out of the box, put them on and go cut your grass. You'll notice how you will not hear an ounce of sound from your lawnmower when you put these on. I'm showing people how they can test a claim in that case. Show experts and customers approving. Very easy way right here. I can showcase visual elements of testimonials from customers. I can also showcase, like, let's say, for example, these are Bose, these are technology. Is it A3 or I forgot what I'm thinking of right now, but I could show large, like, tech review sites. Like, let's just say, like, Linus Tech Tips on YouTube. It's a big tech guy I used to follow years ago. I could showcase, like, him, like, saying how good these are, because it's an authority figure across the market. So when it shows experts, then go ahead and go find experts in your market, not for your product, but for people, authority figures your people already know. So let's say, for example, if I want to showcase, like, Linus Tech Tips, who's a very, very, like basically nerdy, like, nerds follow them in that case right there. Trust me, I follow them. I'm a nerd. I understand this. If I would showcase that, but I'm selling to someone who's never watched the channel before, it might be an expert to me, but not an expert for my customer. So I need to go figure out who the experts my customers gather information from and put their approval on these. Now, customers approving, that's very simple. That's just going more around the perspective of, you know, hey, my name is Nick Theriot. I love these. They're so good, blah, 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 blah. You need to check them out, okay? Different key ways to put that, okay? Now, next one is compare, contrast, prove superiority. The thing I said earlier, kind of like around demoing the product with, like, you know, us versus them, that's a really good angle right here. Showcase some other headphones that are noise cancellation with, like, a bunch of people talking and, like, the guy, like, just bad face, like, I can't hear shit because everyone's talking, compared to these on the side with a guy smiling happy while a bunch of people talking and stuff like that. And I'm just basically comparing contracts and proving superiority right there. Next one is show off the problem the product fixes. So what is the particular problem the product fixes? Well, what do these fix? Noise cancellation. I'm going to showcase a whole bunch of people trying to listen to their music and struggling to, in different scenarios, different environments, different use cases in that case, struggling to listen to their music because of loud noises. All right, I'm gonna show off the problem. Again, I'm not introducing my product, I'm just showing off the problem, okay? Use metaphor, analogy, imagination. I can't really think of anything right now for this, but the first thing it makes me think of the Rolls-Royce ad, where the Rolls-Royce ad from a long time ago that said at 60 miles per hour, the loudest thing is the electric clock. So what am I saying? I'm using a metaphor, like analogy, that, hey, at 60 miles per hour in this car, the loudest thing in the car will be the electric clock. And how loud is an electric clock? It's silent. It's basically silent. So I'm just using an analogy / like metaphor to make you think, like, oh, wow. Okay. And lastly, is put your guarantee to work. Hey, if you don't like these in the first 30 days, simply take them, throw them in the box that it came in, ship it back to us with the already pre-addressed return label in the box, and we'll give you your money back immediately. Simple as that. Okay, so these are 8 different ways to strengthen our desire. Now, what ones do you need to put in your ad? That's a question I get a lot from people. Honestly, it just depends on the ad you're selling. Your ad might have all of these in there. Your ad might have 2 of these in there. Your ad might have 1. Your ad might have, again, all 8. I can't really tell you because it depends on a lot of different things. So I say try a bunch of random, you know, like configurations. Okay. For example, compare, contrast, prove superiority. If I'm doing just an image ad and I do an us versus them, I'm only using this one. Boom. Okay. So all key things to look at right there. All right. Again, which one should you use? Boom. It really just depends. Video, how much time do you have? If you're doing a 15-second ad, it's hard to put all these in there. If you're doing a 5-minute ad, you could easily articulate all of those in there. Okay, it just depends. All right. And then next key thing is, you know, again, photo, video, medium, all that good stuff right there. Okay. Yeah. And, you know, going back over this is that to present the same hook or image to the same audience over and over will soon make the campaign unprofitable. So this is where it goes back to like advertising 101. Over time, things will fatigue to where if you keep using the same hook or image or video, things like that, you know, over time, your message will just dilute, and it's up to you to find new messages, new visuals and stuff like that you can present to your market that grabs their attention and stuff. Colgate had a really good example where they, to show off their teeth shield, they showed a baseball player shielded with an invisible shield from balls thrown at them. Then they showed off different 10-second intros of similar to core messaging. So different new ways to visualize the claim that they're solving in that case right there. Okay. Now, next one is identification. Identification kind of falls into 3 key points right here, where it's not longer its price. The problem is the prospect chooses one she identifies with. Okay. So let's say, for example, you have these Bose headphones right here, and then you have, I don't know, Sony headphones right here. They both do exactly the same thing. Like, there's no difference at all from a feature benefit perspective. Okay. But this one identifies with business people. This one identifies with creative people like artists and stuff like that. Okay. And you're an entrepreneur. Which one would you buy from an identity perspective? 9 times out of 10, it's the one from the business side. Okay, that's all this simply is. Now, character roles, and I'm kind of skip through this a little bit just because I want to make sure we have enough time. So I want to get through identification, desire, and belief in this one video, which I don't think we will, but we'll see. So character role right here, this is essentially where we talk more about the personality of your product, and basically what we do here is we talk about the identity roles your product appeals to. Okay. So there's 3 key ways it does this. So let's say, for example, achieve the character role. So buy a personal development book to be thought of as someone that works on themselves and is smart. So let's say, for example, you buy a course, you watch these particular YouTube videos, for example, you are working on that character of someone who runs Facebook ads, who's an expert at Facebook ads in that case right there. Okay. It's an achievement role. Okay. Or it's a specific character role in that case. Now, simplify, condense, speed up to achieve. So let's say, for example, if I would sell like my inner circle group, which will allow you to learn and apply these principles faster in that case right there, to where you could go out there and really, really start to level up quicker. Okay. And then lastly, symbol of role. So let's say, for example, if I sent you over maybe you go through my inner circle program, you make your first $10,000 in my program, and I simply send you over like a huge award. Okay. Now I'm giving you a symbol of the fact that basically you've done really well. Now you have like a status to show off in that case right there. You have something you've actually completed. Okay. So these are all 3 different ways of which we can appeal to those identity roles from your product to your identity. Okay. Now, next one is achievement roles. Okay. Now, achievement roles is more status, class, and position. Okay. So identity roles is more part of your personality of your prospect, whereas identity roles is more status, class, and position. It's more achievement. Okay. So for example, I flaunt this all the time. I've done $50 million in revenue with Facebook ads in that case. So, I have a little bit more status, class, and position in the Facebook market. Something as simple as wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. These are all things that are like statuses that a lot of people look to achieve, even if it's just something small, nothing crazy. It doesn't have to be something crazy. Executive, serial entrepreneur, you could say millionaire. I don't know if a lot of you guys play golf or any sports. There's sports specific roles. So for example, I'm really big into boxing, and I follow people that are like 22-0, boxing. I follow people who are like in the golf space who have like a 3 handicap. These are all things too. Anything that has a little bit of level of status, class, position, things like that. So what is the status, class, position that we're also selling in our product as well? Sometimes it might not be a straight achievement role. Sometimes it might be more of a personality. So you also have to look at it from there. Okay. Accepted images. This is more in terms of what people already believe about your product and how far can you stretch their imagination. Okay. So what if I told you that the symbol of success is a minivan? All right. Yeah. Minivan, 4 doors, whole bunch of seats in the back, put like 10 kids in it. What if I told you that was a symbol of success? You would laugh at me. Be like, no, Nick, not at all. Okay. Now, what if I told you that this green Lamborghini, and Ventador SVJ, exact one I want. What if I told you that this particular car was a status symbol, a symbol of success? You would agree with me. Okay. So you already have certain accepted images around products of identity roles. Okay. So you cannot contradict accepted images or beliefs in advertising. Okay. So you can't tell me that a minivan is a symbol of success. You can convince me, but it'd be very, 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 very difficult. And it really wouldn't appeal to the mass desire. Okay. So I'll give you another example. Cigars. I've always had a belief and just an accepted image of cigars that is more of something for older people to do. Okay. Then I started seeing entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, smoking cigars with older people. Then I started seeing a lot of cigars with younger people. And I was like, you know what? I want to do it. And I also started to associate the symbol of success with a cigar in that case as well. So that's a really big thing right there in terms of like an accepted image. Okay. Just showcasing more of that for you guys. All right. And I've literally have 30 seconds to get through the rest of this, but you can also build new images in your product. Exactly what Marlboro did to put a girl with a guy smoking a cigarette to get girls to start to associate this aspect of smoking cigarettes is okay. Okay. And then unbelievable images. Again, you cannot ask your market to identify with unbelievable image. What if I told you this was a symbol, or, what if I told you this minivan, for example, is a symbol of success? They don't believe that. Okay. So yeah, so that's the end of this video. This is part number 2. I'm probably actually gonna be doing 3 and 4. So it might be more than 3. So just check the links below because I'll have more comments below. But I'm really hoping this helps you guys out. Again, if you want me to come in your business and implement all this for you, there's 2 key ways. There's have Nick Theriot run your ads, where Nick Theriot goes actually into your ad account and runs all your ads for you, or have Nick mentor you, where you join an inner circle with students just like you, and you actually learn how to implement this with me mentoring you in that aspect right there. Both those links below. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If this video gets 50 likes, I'll release part 3 and potentially part 4. So make sure you click the link below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.